Edgar Flores playing Team America.
Okay, well, here's the match. This is round 4. Edgar Flores against AJ Sacher at the Charlotte, North Carolina Star City Games Legacy Open. So good luck to all our competitors.
Yeah, now, if Edgar finishes in the top 4 of this tournament, he will overtake Alex Bertoncini in second place of the Player of the Year race, and he will level up and become level 8.
So he needs the top 4 to be level 8. What does AJ need?
AJ, in order to level 8, needs to win this event.
Okay. So both people going for level 8, and the game starts off with a tropical island and a mystery rainforest. Edgar adds to the board with a polluted delta. So Edgar Flores is on Team America, while AJ Sacher looks to be on maybe no bant, some version of no bant. I'm not really too sure. We'll find out in a second for sure, though. It could be almost like the mirror match. So Christian Calcano updated, and he is 3-0. Calcano is 3-0.
Nice. And do we know what he is playing?
We do not know what Calcano is playing. Oh, Calcano's actually playing Merfolk. We just got a text message from Calcano. Thank you, Christian Calcano, for text messaging us that you are playing Merfolk.
Thank you, Christian Calcano.
All right, so AJ cuts Edgar's deck.
Ooh, AJ has Fire Ice in his deck.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
I know
cool
what
card.
AJ's playing. AJ's playing the same deck that he played last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's playing that blue-red deck. I actually split with him. We both made top 8, and we decided to split. I won my match. Unfortunately, he lost his match. He made a it was a bluffy play. He tried to bluff his opponent. His opponent called the bluff, and he lost because of it. Although he might have lost anyway, I'm not too sure. We could maybe ask AJ about it later in the booth. Unless he decided to switch his deck. Alright, so 2 Underground Seas for Edgar Flores. Yeah, same deck. AJ just drew a Grim Lavamancer.
Alright, so Edgar's going to go ahead and ham AJ here.
Yep. Ham to Torque, a very powerful card in Legacy.
Yeah, AJ's going to go ahead and brainstorm in response. He wants to hide some of his key cards.
Yeah, well, he actually tried to fetch a land, but Edgar has the Stifle Fort. So, a really, really good turn for Edgar, because AJ is just going to be left with 1 land in play, and he's going to be minus 2 cards from the hem. Edgar's playing a straightforward Team America deck. Nothing really too special.
And over here in AJ's deck, it's a blue-red deck. He plays Trinket Mage, and his targets are Sensei's Divining Top, Engineered Explosives, Basilisk Collar, and Phyrexian Dreadnought. He has Stifle to go with the Phyrexian Dreadnought, and the Basilisk Collar can go with his Grim Lavamancers, which it's kind of like a 1-mana Cunning Spark Mage. Go with the Collar.
So Edgar dazes the Brainstorm, and AJ just gets absolutely destroyed this turn. He got his Fetch Land Stifled, he got his Brainstorm dazed, then he got Hem to Torok. So AJ's left with 1 land and 3 cards in hand.
None of which are land.
AJ draws a Scarling Tarn and is going to drop a Grim Lavamancer and pass the turn. Edgar's got to be thinking it's looking good for him. He's not too concerned about a Grim Lavamancer.
Edgar doesn't look to have that many cards in hand, actually. Did he mulligan?
Don't think he did. There's a Wasteland on the Volcanic Island. Looks like Edgar has Jace the Mind Sculptor in hand, which when it comes down will be very good. I could be mistaken though. Maybe it's not. There's a Tarmogoyf at the top, but he does not have a green source to cast it.
It's unfortunate.
AJ draws into a Volcanic Island. Edgar draws another Stifle. His hand is Stifle, Force Will, maybe a Jace. While AJ pings away Edgar's life total by removing 2 cards using the Grim Lavamancer activation. AJ's going to check out Edgar's graveyard.
see what Edgar's used thus far.
Definitely, definitely.
Both players have stifled the other's land drops.
All right, there's a top from AJ.
Ooh, and that's pretty powerful. AJ gets in for 1 with his Lavamancer. Edgar draws, casts Ponder. He's looking for a green source.
Yeah, there's a Misty Rainforest. So
he's
gonna draw the Rainforest and shuffle it away, and probably drop a Goyf.
Magic players, this is just a quick reminder that the second draft
and then next turn he can play Jace.
Starting at the end of this round of
with forcible backup.
So you've been thinking about maybe drafting, depending on how you're doing. This will be the last round of Legacy you can play and still play the draft open.
And here comes Goy for Edgar Flores.
AJ pops his fetch land. I'm pretty sure Edgar's going to use the Stifle here. He does. AJ tops during his upkeep. Looks for a land, finds one.
Yeah, it looks like AJ had a Spell Snare in his hand. Does he have Spell Snare? Is that it?
He does, in fact, have Spell Snare. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, he's playing 3 Spell Snare, it looks like, so.
Ooh, wow. Spell Snare, Fire and Ice, Misty Rainforest, and what's that last card there? Is that a Basilisk Scholar?
It could
or
be.
Or is that a Phyrexian Dreadnought?
Does he play a Phyrexian Dreadnought?
Yes, he does.
Alright, then it could be either. Edgar draws for his turn. He's going to get in there with Goyf. And he's probably going to drop Jace the Mind Sculptor, and he will probably Fate Seal himself. That's my guess.
Seems like the right play.
They're just counting up to make sure Tormund is as big as they think it is. Oh wow, Tombstalker. That's really good for Edgar. And it looks like AJ's gonna forcible this. Oh, that's not a forcible. That is actually for Phyrexian Dreadnought. You're right. It's a foil one.
Cool.
So, yep.
How do you get a foil Phyrexian Dreadnought? Is that like a promo or something?
It looked like a foil for Phyrexian Dreadnought, right?
Yeah, it does look like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure you get one of those.
Yeah, it seems not.
Maybe, why don't we ask him if he'll trade it later?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, you got anything for trade?
What?
Do you have anything for trade?
I got a Master Skull and a Spire Serpent right here.
Alright, so
done.
In the meantime, AJ fetches up another Volcanic Island. It's looking pretty bad for AJ. Edgar's just gonna swing in with the Goyf and the Tombstalker. It's somebody tweeted in. It's a Judge promo.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow! So thank you. Yeah. All right, here comes Dreadnought, and then he's gonna stifle the Dreadnought's ability, so he won't have to sacrifice. Edgar says okay. This doesn't look like... Nah, maybe Edgar's going to fight over this. Yep, he's going to fight it. Let's see if AJ has anything. I don't think he does. What? Did he remove a Jace from there?
No, he couldn't have, did he?
I thought... I mean, maybe
couldn't
he did.
He have just bounced it?
That's what I was thinking, but whatever. Either way, Edgar's in, like, great control.
Position.
Yeah, he's got the Goyf and the Tombstalker.
That would really surprise me if that happened now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It does look like a Jace that he removed. Alright. Yeah, it was a Jace. Confirmed by Rashad that it was a Jace.
Well, in his defense, AJ would simply kill the Jace with the Lavamancer the next turn, and then AJ would still have the Knot in his hand in case he redrew a Stifle, and now he does not.
But then Edgar would still have the Force of Will.
Yeah, Edgar would have the Force of Will, but Edgar would not have the blue card to go with it, wouldn't have the Jace, and Edgar would also have his lands tapped on this turn, and whatever he drew off the top of his library wouldn't be live.
Yeah, I mean...
So it's actually a pretty close play.
Yeah, sure,
so,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, definitely close play. So, let's see what AJ does to try to fight off this Tombstalker. Tombstalker is the #1 problem. The Goyf could almost be controlled. He actually takes it. AJ needs to draw like a collar. Fire Ice could buy him a turn. He could ice down a creature and draw a card.
Yeah,
AJ's
collar's
down
not quite good enough now, even because
no, the collar would kill anything with the Lava Mancer.
Well, yeah, but he needs 4
Yeah,
mana
yeah,
total to
exactly.
equip it and
so,
shoot something.
So he would need like a land into a collar. So the ice could buy him a turn, and maybe somebody else could buy him a turn.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, AJ's on 2 life now. He's gonna untap. He's gonna draw his card, hoping for something good here. And doesn't look too good. It might have been a top, which doesn't really do too much.
He may main phase this V-click, trying to find a land. That way he can land into collar in order to win.
Well, he would have needed a land and a collar, so it was just. I mean, it's just too bad for AJ, in my opinion. All right, so declare an attack. He's gonna ice down the Tombstalker, and then he's gonna probably chump the Goyf. Is that what you think?
Yeah, I mean, seems like his only line of action.
Yep. All right, so pretty sure Fire Ice was before Edgar's time.
Yeah, Edgar's only been playing the game for a little under 2 years. So, that's right. 6 top 8s out of 8 standard events, and he's been playing for less than 2 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. So Tombstalker's going to become tapped. Oh, maybe he has a Force of Will. Yeah, he does. Hardcast Force of Will, and that's game.
Yep, that'll do.
All right, Edgar Flores takes down Game 1 versus AJ Sacher.
Playing Two-Headed Giant Steel, you need to be making your way to the registration stage right now.
All right, so they're going to go to the sideboard, and Edgar is probably going to do a little bit of sideboarding. It looks like Edgar's probably going to bring in... I think he might bring in the one Dark Blast. You know, he does... AJ has Vidalian Click. AJ has Grim Lavamancer. In addition, he might bring in the one Ghastly Demise and maybe a couple of Smothers. So he realizes AJ's creatures are just Trinket Mage, Grim Lavamancer, and Vidalian Click, so he's thinking, hey, if I can remove those creatures, all I really have to deal with is Jace the Mind Sculptor and that one Phyrexian Dreadnought. But again, Phyrexian Dreadnought only costs 1 mana, so you could smother it.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's good.
You can also go for the Throat It. Oh, no, you cannot.
No, you cannot go for the Throated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no, not a problem. You could Ghastly Demise it, though.
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's difficult.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult, but you could.
And this deck can pull it off.
Yeah, definitely. So, looks like Edgar's main path to victory is Tarmogoyf combined with Tombstalker. Those are his only 2 creatures main deck. Sideboard, he's got a couple more creatures, but normally they're not going to go a distance. They're Phyrexian Revokers. Those are usually pretty good against other people's Planeswalkers, possibly other people's equipment. Maybe
Cards like Grim Monolith.
Grim Lavamancer. It also shuts down Grim Lavamancer, so that's another one. So I don't think he'll bring it in this matchup, but it definitely could do a number of things.
It seems fine here. Turning off Lavamancer seems pretty good.
And it does beat down.
Like, Lavamancer Collar is definitely something that AJ's going to try to assemble here, right?
Yeah, the only thing is, like, AJ has, like, fire for it, so it seems pretty easy to get removed.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, do you think Jerry's signing up Fire Ice?
Nah, I think Fire Ice is just pretty good as, like, a cycler, and it could just randomly kill Jace.
I guess.
You know, I don't know. I think Fire and Ice is pretty good for him. It also is a blue card for Force of Will, so AJ's...
But he's all blue cards.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of blue cards. He has Grim Lavamancers and some artifacts that he can't pitch from Force of Will. He's probably gonna
less than 8
yeah,
non-blue cards, maybe 8 non-blue cards.
He's probably gonna bring in the Submerges, I believe. Submerging a
for sure.
Submerging a Tombstalker could be devastating. You know, Edgar removes his graveyard and shrinks his Goyf, then it gets submerged and he can't even play it next turn. And also, Threads of Disloyalty is pretty good. And AJ is also going to bring in some...
Threads of Disloyalty is really good here.
Yeah, it definitely is. And AJ is also going to bring in 4 Pyroblast. Pyroblast will stop Edgar's, brainstorms, his Force of Wills. It will destroy Jace. It could win some Stifle Wars. So I think... I think it should be 4 Pyroblast. even if Edgar goes turn 1 Ponder, I would not be surprised if AJ just Pirate Blast that, hoping Edgar kept the mana light hand.
So, right here, I think both these players are like in dire need of this win if they want to level 8 today. That's both of their goal, and it's a really tall order. You know, you have to make your way all the way into the top 8 and then win matches once you're there. So both of these guys are, you know, almost unrealistic goals for this this weekend. But when you look at their resumes and when you look at the consistency of their finishes on the Star City Open Series, they're definitely capable of pulling that off. Now, one thing I like about Edgar when he's playing, you know, Legacy, he hasn't been playing for long. Legacy is a pretty daunting format for somebody as new to the game as him. So what he does is he just plays Team America at every event. He doesn't really tweak it that much. He plays a pretty standard list, and he just tries to play 4 of all the most powerful cards. It seems like a pretty good way of thinking to me.
And then both of these guys are 3-0, so they're on the right track to make top 8. And it's only a 9-round tournament. Not that bad. So AJ's on the play. Looks like he's got a pretty good hand. I see a basic mountain, maybe a wasteland. But he's going to leave with the polluted delta, and he's probably going to immediately crack it now. He doesn't want to worry about Edgar having stifles. Okay, I guess he doesn't care about the stifle. And wow, Edgar actually just drew stifle that turn. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, this could matter.
Well, he has a Pirate Blast in hand, so that's also pretty interesting. And Edgar drew a Ponder, it looks like. And now AJ drew a Submerge. So AJ's drawing all of his sideboard cards.
Is that a Submerge?
Yeah, it looks like a Submerge.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Alright, Edgar plays a Wasteland. They're just playing draw, go, play my lands. Who's going to make a move first? There's another Wasteland for AJ. So it's going to be land number 4. And passes a turn to Edgar, who also plays lands number 4. So not too much going on this game. AJ draws a island, land number 5.
It's pretty good. Edgar's hoping he hits land number 5. Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does. Yep. Edgar has a Bayou.
Alright, so Edgar can keep doing this.
Yeah, let's see if somebody's going to make a move. Edgar draws a Misty Rainforest. So Edgar's got up to 6 lands, it looks like. And plays a Misty Rainforest and passes the turn. And
AJ rips his sixth land.
Alright. Okay, wow, Edgar drew, it looks like a Hemtotorok. I think Edgar's actually going to do something now. He's going 1 by 1, going to sack his lands. I think a Hem's going to, you know, come out this turn for Edgar.
I like him here, you know, it just like forces AJ to either do something or, you know, or to counter it.
With these people just playing draw go, it definitely favors Edgar.
Oh, definitely.
With discard spells. Alright, so AJ sacks a Delta. Is Edgar going to let that resolve? He has a Stifle and multiple Forcibles. I wouldn't be surprised if he just Stifled that.
Okay.
Alright, so he fetches up an Underground Sea.
And, yeah, looks like he's going to stifle that.
Alright, he's going to try to stifle the Polluted Delta Search.
I don't know if that's necessary. I might just save that stifle as a Force of Will fodder.
Alright, so AJ shows everybody at home what the stack looks like. AJ now looks to maybe Pyroblast the Stifle. AJ Pyroblast the Stifle.
Now you can rummy this off. Like you can grab the Pyroblast and the Stifle, put them in the graveyard, and then keep working on the remaining 2 cards, 2 effects in the stack, if you want.
Alright, so that resolves. The Delta Search is going to resolve, while the Hem just stays on the stack.
Yep.
I think it was fine. There's no point to fight over the Stifle, and Edgar just allowed it, holding his Forcibles for something more important.
Yeah, now if I believe AJ just has.
He's gonna click him in response, I think. He might. Yeah, he's gonna click Edgar in response. Well, first Vidalian click is still in the stack, then you actually choose who you want to click. If I was Edgar, I think I would just let this resolve. Because AJ has Pyroblast in hand. And you don't, I don't know. I guess he thinks the click's gonna do something here. So AJ's gonna sack the Scalding Tarn, go get a Mountain. Maybe he'll go get a Volcanic Island and try to Pyroblast the Force of Will.
Seems to make sense.
Alright, he goes against a Volcanic Island. AJ Sacher has only one Mountain in his deck, so he has all his basics in play. AJ has 3 basics, and Edgar has a Wasteland in play, so that Wasteland is going to get to take out that Volcanic Island if Edgar chooses to do so. Alright, another Force of Will from Edgar. And Edgar's going to leave himself with a Brainstorm, it looks like. He's going to force removing a Ponder.
Yeah, I like that.
So this is both players started this turn with like 7 cards in hand.
Yeah, now
and
they have, like,
yeah, both are gonna have
nothing,
one pretty
you
much.
know, like.
So now there's 3 Wastelands in play, so anything could happen with those Wastelands. All right, so AJ probably wants to keep the Lava Mancer. Let's see if he does. AJ does not. AJ keeps the Fire Ice. And I think Edgar's probably going to pass a turn and wait 1 turn to Brainstorm. Alright, he decides to Wasteland the tapped Wasteland. AJ draws for the turn. Draws a Tropical Island.
Good card, not in this spot though.
No, he definitely wanted to draw an action spell there.
Yeah, I mean, what AJ really needs now is, you know, to draw some things like
Chase
in a
the,
row.
yeah, like Chase the
Jace
Mines.
would just
Yeah,
be the sickest.
a Trinket Mage.
A Trinket Mage would also be very strong.
Even
here.
a Sensei Divining Top would be good. So Edgar's going to Brainstorm. Let's see what he finds.
AJ's thinking for a moment.
Yeah, not really sure what he's thinking about. I think maybe he's thinking about, hey, in response to the Brainstorm, I'm going to waste your Polluted Delta and ice your Polluted Delta, maybe. Wouldn't
Yeah,
really do too much, though.
Edgar just gets to tap his lands for mana, right? And then they use
Well,
them for, like...
the Polluted Deltas. But he doesn't do anything, and
That's fair.
it looks like Edgar finds a Wasteland and a few other cards. Alright, he plays the Wasteland, goes after the Volcanic Island, and passes the turn. Is that a Misty Rainforest?
I believe so.
Yeah. AJ just wants to draw something good here, obviously. Oh, wow. Alright, so Edgar draws a Ponder. That's one of the cards that he got off the Brainstorm, so that's why he did not sack the Polluted Deltas. He wanted that Ponder. And he finds another Brainstorm. So he's going to keep the Brainstorm, then he's going to sack the Deltas to shuffle away. We'll sack one of the Deltas to shuffle away those other 2 cards.
Now, this is one of the coolest things you can do in Legacy, and this is why Brainstorm is so powerful, is because of shuffle effects. You know, you guys have all played Magic. You know that you often end up with cards that are useless in your hand, that clog up your hand, like lands and things like that. And a lot of people just keep playing their lands, even once they're irrelevant. But savvy players will hold on to them, and that's strong for a few different reasons. 1, it gives your opponent the appearance that you're strong. 2, it makes you more resilient to discard spells. And 3, you can Brainstorm and shuffle away some extra cards.
Alright, so Edgar tries to Brainstorm. AJ uses a Wasteland on the Polluted Delta in response to the Brainstorm to stop the hide my bad card effect. But Edgar just sacrificed the Polluted Delta to go get an Underground Sea. And we'll get to look at 3 new cards.
Yeah.
Right now, I think Edgar's going to draw a Tombstalker. Alright, I'm not sure if you got a Tombstalker. It looks like you got a Stifle, a Wasteland. Wow, you got a Jason the Mind Sculptor.
Jason the Mind Sculptor.
Yep. So that's
This is perfect.
Yeah,
that's just about perfect, right?
Yeah, Jason's really good right here for Edgar. he's going to be able to play Jace the Mind Sculptor and have a Stifle along with the Wasteland. Yeah, so this game looks really good for Edgar, unless AJ draws into a Pyroblast or something along those lines.
What do you do here? Snap Fate Seal, or do you brainstorm?
I think they're debating if Edgar played a land this turn. They're unaware.
He did not.
Yeah, Edgar did not play a land.
Should we tell a judge and have him tell them?
I don't think so, but I'm 90% sure Edgar did not play a land.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure that he did not play a
Yeah.
land. He had 5 lands in play, like at the beginning of the turn.
Yeah. So they make the right call that Edgar did not play a land, and he chooses to play Wasteland and passes the turn.
Huh, interesting. I'm surprised he didn't have Jace on the table.
All right, here comes Grim Lavamancer. All right, so Jace comes down. Edgar's probably gonna Fate Seal himself here. Or he might actually just Brainstorm and then Stifle the 2 damage from Grim Lavamancer. We'll see what he chooses to do. I would personally just Fate Seal myself and hold the Stifle for that,
Yeah, that seems
for
like a
that
pretty
Mystery
strong play.
Rainforest. Yep.
I like that. Yeah, stifling AJ does nothing right now because of the fetch land.
Alright, so he decides to, yeah, that was probably the worst play Edgar could have made right there. And he chooses to bounce the Grim Lavamancer. So like I said when we were talking about sideboarding, IJ is going to be able to fire the Jace away now. So a misstep by Edgar Flores might cost him this game. Alright, so there goes Jace.
Yeah.
Edgar's, I mean, that was pretty much the only way AJ could have, you know, kind of stayed in this game.
Yeah. And now AJ's like pretty far ahead here.
Yeah, because he has Trinket Mage and Lavamancer.
Yeah.
We'll see what Edgar draws. Edgar destroys a tropical island and draws a Misty. And now he knew that he was going to draw a Misty too from that Brainstorm. So imagine if he Fate Sealed himself, he could have put that Misty on the bottom of his deck.
Yeah.
And drawn an action card. And still had Jason play. So there you have it.
You could have also just
Flores
brainstormed.
to the right, AJ Sacher to the left. Game 2, Edgar won game 1. So what do you think AJ's going to go get now? I think he's getting top.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely top.
Yeah. So
Alright, he might get Collar. He has Lavamancer in hand.
yeah, well, looks like he might get Collar. I think I would have gone with top. But we'll see. Alright. So
Because the thing is if he gets some Collar, then like Edgar doesn't get out of the situation by drawing creatures. Edgar needs to draw removal spells and creatures. You know what I mean? It's like it makes Edgar have to draw like 2 suites of spell types. So
alright, Edgar makes AJ discard that Basilisk Collar. And if I like the way I would have played, I would have went Trick and Mage, and instead of playing Lavamancer, I would have played top. And
yeah.
when there's a top deck war, top is like one of the best cards you could have.
Top 4 draft
All right,
open players.
Goyf off the top for Edgar Flores.
Please report to the feature match area.
AJ's just going to try to deal him 2 damage each turn
Feature match area.
and reduce Edgar's life total to 0 that way.
Yeah, and you know, I've been killed by Lavamancer many times, as I'm sure you have. You know, it may just be 2 damage, but it does a lot of work very quickly.
Alright, so AJ untaps, draws his card for the turn. Looks to draw a Submerge, which is really good right here. He gets to submerge the Tarmogoyf. Wow, he does not choose to submerge the Tarmogoyf. I guess he's playing around Tombstalker.
Now he's going to submerge the Goyf.
Yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't submerge the Goyf on his turn, and then he could have actually attacked with Trinket Mage.
Yeah.
Alright, Meekstone gets discarded as well. So AJ once again shoots Edgar Flores. Edgar falls to 8 life. I think he's thinking what cards he wants to remove. Normally, you know, you want to remove the cards that Edgar doesn't have, so it could possibly affect the Tarmogoyf.
Mm-hmm.
Trinket Mage gets in there. Edgar falls to 6. Alright, Goif on the top. He knew Goif was there previously from the Submerge.
Edgar's gonna pop. AJ's gonna pop Edgar down to 4 on his end step.
Yeah. He's gonna play land, just say go twice, and that should be game.
Yep. If Edgar doesn't have some way to deal with the Lovemancer right now, that's lights.
Alright, that's game. Alright, game 3. Game 2 was pretty much Edgar's one misstep costing the game. And now it's gonna be Edgar's turn to play.
Yeah. Team America's a pretty difficult deck to deal with when it's on the play.
Yeah, you could get a turn 2 hem, and if AJ Sacher doesn't have a spell snare, or you know, maybe a daze, and Edgar gets lucky, hits 2 lands or something, AJ could be in big trouble.
Yeah, those types of things happen all the time.
Yeah. Also, I was surprised that AJ did not decide to just turn 1 sacrifice his land to not even worry about Stifle, because AJ could have had an extra Pyroblast, possibly, and that could have also taken out the Jace, or won that war when it came down to Vidalian Click. But things would have been different, and just pretty much the one play I disagreed with the most was when Edgar did not Fate Seal himself with Jace.
It was a pretty strong play there for him to Fate Seal.
Yeah, if he Fate Seals there, he goes up to 5 counters. AJ has to try to, you know, do some work on the Jace. Edgar could then again brainstorm or draw into more stuff to affect the board, get rid of the Lavamancer, shuffle away some cards with the brainstorm effect, and, you know, take control of the game. AJ's counting the sideboard and making sure he's got 15. Alright, so we're going to have a special treat for you guys. After this game, we're going to have Corey McDuffie, who's going to join us in the booth right now, is going to give a special deck tech. So, Corey, what is your record?
I am... What round is this? 4?
Yeah.
3-1?
Alright, so Corey is 3-1. He's playing a blue-white Stoneforge deck. Now, we have AJ Sacher on the left, Edgar Flores on the right. AJ took game 2. Edgar won game 1. In game 2, Edgar made a questionable play. He had Jace the Mind Sculptor in play, and AJ had a Grim Lavamancer.
Okay.
So my play was for Edgar to Fate Seal himself to go to 5 counters.
Well, he knew he had a land on top that he didn't want.
And he knew he
also.
had a land on top
Okay.
from a Brainstorm. But instead, Edgar decided to bounce the Lavamancer, and AJ just had a Fire Ice in his hand and managed just to
Killed the
fire,
Jace.
Right.
fire away the Jace. So that was kind of the turning point of the game.
Yeah, and Jace is all the difference in those games, too. Like those big blue, like, long control games like Jace, you know, you want to get every bit of value out of that card.
Yeah, definitely.
In my,
Like,
in my
especially
experience
where
in Legacy.
a card like
yeah.
Fire and Ice isn't going to be anything but like a mere cantrip in that match usually, and for AJ to get that much value out of that to kill like Jace, you know, like in that match, that's I can definitely see that.
It was actually funny because I was talking to Jake during sideboarding, and Jake asked, will AJ board out his Fire Ices? And I was like, you know what, I think AJ will not board out his Fire Ices on the off chance he's able to kill a Jace or cycle or just pitch a blue card to Force of Will, and he was able to have Edgar lose his Jace because of a Fire Ice.
I definitely thought that was getting sided out. Like,
yeah. So, alright, Edgar's going to be on the play. Edgar's playing Team America. Are you familiar with that deck,
Yeah,
Corey?
yeah. It's like a bunch of Stifle, Hymn to Torok. Does it still play Tombstalker and stuff like
Yes,
that?
it does. Yeah, Tombstalker and Tarmogoyf is the way to win.
Dark Confidant, best card ever.
Yeah, but
Definitely
he does not play that in Team America.
Really?
Yeah, traditional bug decks do play Dark Confidant. Team America does not play Dark Confidant because of the 4 Tombstalkers and the 4 Force of Wills.
Okay, does it play Pernicious Deed?
In the sideboard, they usually have Pernicious Deed. This is his actual deck list.
Alright.
You probably can't see it because you're still in the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
But it's okay. All right, we'll take it away from you. So it looks like AJ's mulliganing, and this is really good for Edgar because he's got this card.
Yeah.
Not only does he have this card, he has Stifle. So say if AJ gets a mana light hand with a Polluted Delta, it's going to be tough for him to sacrifice it to do
Punish
anything.
him pretty well for keeping loose keeps like that.
Yep, definitely. So normally in Legacy, it's a format where you don't want a mulligan unless you're playing some fast combo deck.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. In Type 2, you play a lot of Callblade, right?
Yeah, I've been playing it forever.
And you don't mind to mulligan.
Till 4 all day.
Yeah, because you have Squadron Hawk, you have Stoneforge.
There's been games where I mulligan to 4, and on turn 4 I have more cards in my hand than my opponent, and they've just been casting spells, you know, just like, it's pretty funny how that works out.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so hopefully AJ doesn't go down to 5, because if he does, it's just like Edgar got a free Hemp to Torok.
Yeah. You know, AJ came and stayed with me in Atlanta for a little while, and he was talking about this deck a lot. He really, really likes Grim Lavamancer, and you know, just like more like a traditional fish deck like this right now. I also agree it's probably the best way to go in the format. It's really, really open. You know, like it's almost impossible to metagame against a specific, you know, certain like gauntlet of decks, just because you know the options are so open.
Definitely. So Edgar opens up with a Misty Rainforest, and he fetches an Underground Sea, and he's going to lead with a Ponder. So Ponder's not quite as good as Brainstorm, but definitely does the job. Looks like he's got
In this spot, it's much better.
Underground Sea, a Brainstorm. I wonder if he's going to keep it or not. He decides to shuffle. Maybe he's looking for a Hem to Torok.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sure. What does AJ got? He's got looks like a couple lands. I don't really see much.
Yeah, a couple lands. And
such a wizard.
Yeah. So, all right. Edgar draws his card and passes the turn.
I believe he drew a Force of Will.
Now, AJ, I think, would want to just play a sack land and sacrifice it, so doesn't have to worry about Stifle.
Yeah,
that seems to make sense.
He didn't do this game 2 though.
Yeah,
game 2 actually.
Game 2.
Yeah, he was saving the sack lands. I don't know why though. All right, so he opens up with the Sensei Divining Top.
I mean, he's playing a deck that really, really tries to squeak the value out of them.
Yeah, definitely. So Edgar opens up with a Wasteland. Definitely a strong play when your opponent mulligans.
Oh yeah. And AJ's obviously aware of Wasteland in the format. He doesn't want to lead off Volcanic Island, you know, so that's probably definitely a sign that he's land light.
AJ actually has 3 basic lands in his deck to protect himself from Wasteland.
One more player for the next standard win box.
I like the 3 basics of AJ's deck.
Alright, so AJ is sacrificing his Scalding Tarn, and he might fetch up a basic island, but instead he goes for a Volcanic Island, thinking Edgar doesn't have another Wasteland. And decides to use his Sensei Divining Top.
Is it a Relic of Jace?
It might be a Relic. Relic's actually pretty good versus Team America because of Tarmogoyf and Tombstalker.
Awesome. That's Submerges?
Yeah. Submerges are extremely powerful against Tombstalker.
Just all in, you know, like can't do it again.
Yeah, definitely really crazy.
Nice.
So Misty Rainforest comes down for AJ, and a Grim Lavamancer. Edgar's going to let this resolve, and he has a Snuff Out. Doesn't mind paying 4 life here. Personally, I'm not a fan of Snuff Out, but it seems like most people in Team America do play it.
Seems like the only matchup it shines in is this one. Like, not a super aggressive deck, but able to get enough tempo out of, like, you know, being able to kill like a Grim Lavamancer without tapping out.
Yeah, definitely. So I think Jace is coming down for Edgar.
That's what it looks like. Bam.
And Edgar has at least 1 Force of Will backup, so things are looking pretty bad for AJ. AJ does have access to 4 Pyroblast.
Okay.
So even if Jace, you know, sticks for a little bit, if he's trying to go for a Fate Seal,
for this Jace. That's a foil Jace. That's pretty.
He'll be able to Pyroblast a Jace if Edgar tries to go for a Fate Seal type play. Because normally in Legacy, that's a pretty good option.
Yeah, I just beat my opponent this round, Fate Sealing him out.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so AJ's going to top in response to this Jace. So it looks like a Meek Stone, a Spell Snare.
Submerge.
Yeah, not too much help here.
No. So man, yeah, he's definitely got it. He can't let that Jace come into play. He doesn't have enough pressure to get it off the table.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Edgar realizes that he doesn't want to. He wants to protect the Jace. So this turn, Fate Sealing would be a pretty good play. You don't want to randomly lose to, you know, double Fire Ice. Maybe Edgar thinks AJ plays Lightning Bolt in his deck.
Yeah, maybe.
You know? So, you Fate Seal once, then you start brainstorming. Seems pretty good. Alright, so let's see what he's going to do. He's going to just immediately brainstorm? Alright, that's a reasonable play as well.
4th Force of Will.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
Like,
Standard win box number 2.
Yeah, I guess with those Force of Wills in his hand, even those 2 Force of Wills, brainstorming is the right play. Because he can protect himself from something random, like a Bolt if AJ happened to have it.
Yeah, this is all but closed up now.
Well, I mean, AJ can still draw into a Pyroblast somehow, but you're right. I mean, with 4 Force of Wills and And Edgar drawing essentially 2 cards per turn.
Yeah, it's
with card manipulation.
Yeah.
AJ does not know how far out of this game he is right now.
Do you mind to go tell AJ right now that the other guy...
Yeah.
Yeah, scoop AJ, not close.
Alright, AJ just passes the turn. And Edgar's just going to keep brainstorming.
Yeah.
I mean, he could also just start fate sealing.
It seems like brainstorming one more time before he gets on that plan, just so he has a guaranteed, Jace is not going to leave the table, I think that AJ having blue-red maybe just may thinks that more burn spells can go to Jace, just like you said, may have lightning bolt or something. He just wants to be more sure.
So he just wants to beef up some more counters. I think he did get to a spell pierce as well.
Yeah.
So pretty good. All right, so AJ has his own Jace now,
which the spell pierce is going to fight that pretty well.
Definitely.
Oh, but he's getting rid of it. He doesn't even want the Jace.
Yeah, I guess maybe he knows that there's no point. I'm not too sure what AJ's plan is. So AJ's probably going to fetch up a mountain here. Maybe... I think he'll probably go get a basic. Yeah, he goes gets this mountain. I'm surprised AJ left in... yeah, I guess the one engineer explosive is fine. He could go tutor it with the Trinket Mage and take out a couple of Goyfs.
Yeah, it's a nice Goyf answer.
Yeah.
Are there any utility cards Edgar may have out of the sideboard that's good against AJ's deck? Like that engineered explosives may also take
Revoker maybe for the Lobmancer Collar combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you could catch him off guard with a Deed if Edgar decided to bring in Deed, because AJ has access to a tropical island to boost up engineer explosives to 3.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, AJ's definitely in trouble.
What about now? I wish he had 1 Tundra.
Now both these guys are playing for level 8
right now.
Pretty much.
I mean, like for this tournament, basically. Yeah. Like this tournament is wow.
Yeah. All right. And
all right. Let's
spell snare.
Yeah. No, spell pierce.
The other guy's supposed to.
Yeah, AJ.
Yeah. I mean, AJ's in trouble. He knows it. He's just like, hey, I gotta go for Jace here. Hope you have nothing. So he's gonna brainstorm.
Going for another brainstorm.
Yeah. I'm also surprised he didn't sacrifice that Misty because he knew Bio was on top.
Oh right, yeah. Like
that
deck
only
doesn't
one
even have that many lands, does it? Like
the Team America deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't play too many lands. It plays, I think, 7 non-basic lands, like 7 duels and 4 waste. All right, here comes Tombstalker, and AJ answers it with a top, hoping to dig for something, but yeah.
Answers at 5/5.
Wow, another Tombstalker. Too bad. I don't think he's gonna cast it though. He can sacrifice his 2 sack lands and him.
Players and standard win box number 2. Please make your way to the side event stage. Standard win box number 2 to side event.
All right, Heptatoric is met with Spell Snare.
I think Force of Will is definitely coming down here.
Yeah, I think so too. Submerge, yeah. All right, so he's just gonna force again. Yeah, he'll probably use both forces here. And I really can't see AJ ever coming back in this position.
This is pretty rough.
All right, so he gets 1 of each.
Yep.
A tropical island, a bayou, and an underground sea. And hardcast another Force of Will. And AJ loses both his cards, leaving him with just the top in play. And I think AJ falls down to 11 life.
Do we know what AJ has on top? It seems like he's thinking about if he wants to crack his fetch or just...
Yeah, it looked like he thought about spinning his top for a second. Maybe he does have a Pyroblast on top? That would be reasonable. Whatever it is, it seems like... Yeah, seems like he doesn't want the top either.
Why would he not want the top?
I'm not too sure.
The top keeps him from being Fate Sealed too.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, not that Fate Sealing is the most important thing that can happen. Okay,
All right. So
He
this
just
is a
wants to
Vidani
like
click.
get on curve.
Yeah. Well, he plays the Vidani click, so now he could attack the Jace and kill Jace.
Oh, that I don't think of a Dylan click sticking. I think Edgar's just gonna like AJ has no top, so there's
Yeah,
just no
sure.
reason just
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like not get rid of it.
But I mean, in AJ's head, that's.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, so
AJ's cool.
I'm pretty sure AJ doesn't put Edgar on 4 force rolls.
Right, yeah.
It's kind of rough to do that.
So yeah, he just throws a Scrawling Tarn, and I think AJ will pack it in.
Yeah.
He's cold at this point.
Edgar draws.
Just not playing that Scalding Tarn is pretty much admitting defeat.
I mean, I think he's going for a bluff instead, which seems weird. I don't really know. Yeah, so this game. All right, so Edgar Flores moves to 4-0, and AJ Sacher will fall to 3-1. We are here with Jake Van Loenen and Corey McDuffie, and in just about a minute or so, we're going to have a deck tech with Corey McDuffie. He's got an awesome deck that he brought to this Legacy tournament. All right, so good game.
There it is.
All right, awesome. All right, Jake, do you want to take a break? Sure. All right, cool. So Jake's going to take a break. I'm going to be here with Corey McDuffie. Corey, what